Welcome back from the break with our spam and our treat meat.
Welcome to another episode of Wisdom Whiskey and I almost said potted meat.
You really
canned meat.
You really want some potted meat. I know you do. You keep talking about it.
I know. Because when I'm thinking of how people normally perceive canned meats, I think most of the time people are thinking potted meat. Not necessarily spam.
Right. So, I don't know if you noticed, Chris, but I pulled out the silver.
Yes.
The fine silver for this.
Exactly. So what we're doing here, is since this episode apparently is all about canned meat, is we've got a A-B comparison between Spam by Hormel and Treat meat by Armour.
So the treat meat smells just like a hot dog. It kind of reminds me of Thanksgiving a little bit.
Really?
It's got like a little bit of, I don't know, something.
The treat meat smells like a hot dog, like you said, and the Spam smells more like a bacon.
The treat meat's really flimsy, whereas the Spam's a little more
thick
structure.
You have to really kind of press the fork down to cut the Spam. So what did you try first?
Spam.
Spam?
The Spam is definitely better fried. So much, not even the same ballpark.
It's a little bit more like bacon, it feels like.
It feels like a real...
Just a little bit.
Like real food. When you're biting off the side of a cup, it kind of feels like a gimmick.
Well, that's because it is a gimmick.
It tastes like a gimmick, too. Alright, so the treat meat. I wonder why they call it treat meat. It's such a treat.
Well, it says treat. I don't know if it...
Don't you kind of pick up some Thanksgiving vibes from the smell of it?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Like ham.
Okay, maybe that's
like a Thanksgiving ham.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Which, they're both like pork ham products, but this one smells more like it. It kind of tastes like my great-grandma's house smells.
I can see that. I was picking up on some great-grandma vibe.
I don't know why.
That goes along with that Thanksgiving
I think
vibe.
So. Yeah, I think so.
It's like, it reminds you of like...
It's sweet and it shouldn't be, really.
Yeah, it's a treat.
I guess. Maybe that's why.
That's why they call it treat meat. If you're alone during the holidays, I recommend slicing up some of this and frying it up because it will take you back home.
Why does it taste like raisins? This should not taste like raisins.
Picking up some like collard greens too.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
How?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
It's a whole meal in a can.
It's the definition of mystery meat. Because it tastes like so many different things.
How? I just don't get it.
I'm going back to the Spam.
Intriguing.
Going back to the Spam. Are we going to rate these? We got to rate them, right?
Yeah, we should. We should have made the corned beef. We should have made it.
Yeah, we should have. I mean, we could.
Now I'm picking up some green beans. That's fucking weird. That is weird. Fucking mystery meat for sure. How can it taste like green beans?
You go back to the Spam and... Yeah, it tastes like bacon. I mean, not just like bacon, but it tastes like a bacon, like a ham and bacon mixed together.
The Spam has enough texture or enough structure where it tastes like a real food.
Yeah.
Whereas the treat meat, it tastes like you're eating something that's been congealed.
Yeah. That's probably where you're getting like a soft green bean. And it's kind of got like a little film to it and stuff. Maybe that's.
It's got a little film. I don't know how this can taste like collard greens, sweet Thanksgiving ham.
It should not taste like raisins.
It smells like green beans. Now that I taste it, it smells like green beans.
Or maybe it's sweet potato.
It's got some sweet potato flavor.
Yeah, it's sweet potato. There's so many things in
These
here.
motherfuckers should call this Thanksgiving meat.
This is like Frankenstein.
I don't know if it's off-putting or if it's like...
Yeah, it's hard to say. It really is.
Yeah, or they've done something incredible here.
There's a conundrum here.
Conundrum. That's the perfect definition of what's going on here.
So what do you prefer?
Well, I don't like green beans at all.
Okay.
So the green bean flavor is off-putting.
Gotcha.
But the fact that it has so many different foods from Thanksgiving dinner involved in it, I'm even picking, now that you said sweet potato, I'm picking up even a little toasted marshmallow. Like at the same, like how the fuck is that happening?
It's not possible.
It's like sweet potato casserole, green beans, collard greens, Thanksgiving ham. What else do they got in there?
Now the treat meat is the cheaper one versus Spam.
It's like the off-brand of Spam.
I mean, it's its own brand, but
Oh.
yeah, it's like the competitor, right? Now, when it comes to corned beef hash, even though the Hormel is more expensive, I prefer the Armour corned beef hash.
The Spam is incredibly salty. It has way more salt. So the salt, I think, is masking some of the flavor.
I agree. What we can definitely say is that the Spam is more consistent. Like, whenever you go back to the Spam, it's the same flavors. But whenever you go back to the treat meat, it's like
Something new.
something new.
That's the treat. You never know
That's the treat.
who you'll meet.
This is wild.
Okay, so the smell of the treat meat is really good because it like takes you back to your grandma's house at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It has everything.
Yeah,
There's
gotcha.
even some like yeast rolls.
Honestly, I think a lot of that Thanksgiving smell is the sweet potato, which I don't know why sweet potato's in here. This is the first time I've had treat meat, though.
It could be so good if
But
it was
it
packaged in slightly different way.
It shouldn't be good.
Right. Like, wasn't there a candy on Willy Wonka that tasted like a whole meal?
Yeah. Yeah,
it had
that was in the movie, yeah.
It was like turkey and mashed potatoes, and I think they got
It was,
the idea
it was
from.
a chewing gum.
I think they got the idea from this.
It's possible.
I think they did.
Like, oh, this canned meat tastes...
Like this tastes like so many different things. We should have a candy.
I'm gonna rate the Spam above the treat meat because it's more consistent. And bacon's good, ham's good. So it's good. The treat meat is so weird. I don't know if it...
I might have to rate the treat meat higher.
Really?
Yeah. Because I don't know. It's kind of like the whiskey. This is like whiskeys. Like, they're so different, but they're the same.
Yeah, yeah. The thing that I'm thinking about is with Spam, like, I'll cook it with other things. And I don't know what I would cook with this.
You don't need anything else. It's all there.
It's just this.
It's all there.
Like, it's not horrible. Like,
I think if the Spam wasn't so salty, I would probably rank it higher. But it's like, it's one of those things you feel like you can only eat a bite of it.
Yeah.
Or your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Yeah, I think the treat meat is...
It's too bad Danny.
It's too much.
Danny wasn't here to try that.
Poor Danny. So we're gonna rank this out of 10 or what?
Yeah, let's do it. I really wish we would have had the corned beef, but it's okay. We gotta save something for the next episode, right? We gotta have some other. We're gonna have to just have having a canned meat.
Wisdom whiskey and canned meat.
You know, we got Vienna sausages. I'm sure they have 3 or 4 flavors. We still
They
have
do.
potted meat to worry about.
This is true.
We still have the corned beef.
Yep.
What's another one? You got the other.
We could do like a store brand versus Armour versus Hormel corned beef hash.
What's that really congealed one that you see in the stores? That it has like meat, and then there's like, it looks clear, some of it, and there's like, I think there's like sliced olives in it.
Like pickled loaf or something?
It's like I don't know if it's pickled loaf. That sounds familiar. Doesn't that seem like in the same ballpark?
Pickled loaf is more like a lunch meat kind of deal.
Oh, well, it's like that, but it's not the one that's lunch meat.
I mean, we could do like blood pudding and...
Blood pudding. I think it's called head cheese.
Oh, okay.
Head cheese?
Yeah,
it's
head
like cheese, but it has all the meats mixed in with it.
I don't think it's actually cheese, but yeah.
Well, I think they call it head cheese.
Yeah, maybe.
We're gonna have to just try the.
We could do a whole episode at Niece's.
It's right around the corner.
It's right around the
Yeah.
corner. I mean, you know, we could rank the regular, the sage, the hot,
liver pudding,
the sea loaf, and the Seuss, and
I almost bought
South
the
or
Seuss.
whatever.
I've never had Seuss. I think
I
it's
haven't
Seuss.
either, actually.
I almost bought it yesterday.
Really?
And we could have fried some.
We could have fried it with this.
They're all the
yeah.
same. Any kind of meat that's congealed in a shape. I feel like we have hundreds of options. All right, I'm gonna put this up on the board. All right, so what are you giving the Spam?
I mean, I'm giving this because we're.
If we're rating meats, you can't base it on how good is this versus pizza. You know, like it's all
Yeah, it's
gonna
between
be,
it's between itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's your favorite,
Yeah, I'm gonna give it like a 9. Yeah.
damn,
Like regular Spam.
damn,
I think everything is trying to be like Spam.
huh? Okay.
Yeah.
So what about treat meat? What about the treat meat?
7. 7 feels right.
Okay, I'm gonna give the Spam. I'm gonna give the Spam a 6.5.
It's hard, see? Yeah.
And I'm gonna give the treat meat a 6.7.
What?
I think the treat is so interesting. I just don't want to rate it low.
Yeah, but
I feel like, Chris, they might have hired scientists
here's
to
my
make that flavor profile.
here's my
happen.
thought. I'm going to the store. Am I buying the treat meat after trying it? No.
Right.
I'm buying the Spam.
See, I'm not buying either.
No.
But if I were to sit down with the two, the treat meat's more interesting.
Okay, but you're not gonna buy it.
I don't know. I might buy it just to surprise the hell out of people with it. Like invite some people over for dinner, cook it in a weird way, so people are like, what the hell is this?
That'd be another good episode. Like have a charcuterie board with all the meats and not tell anyone what it is.
Just
like have it.
Paste meats. Here's the charcuterie. Where's the cheese?
Where's the cheese?
The meat board.
Oh, we can have like sliced like American craft singles.